Attention Detroit Lions fans, a breaking update has just come in, and it's urgent and extremely important because it directly affects the future of the franchise. The team owner, Sheila Hamp, has finally spoken out after a season that fell well short of expectations, and her message completely changes the tone in Detroit. The Lions finished the 2025 season with a 9-8 record, missed the playoffs, and showed clear signs of regression after years of steady growth, setting off alarms throughout the fan base. Sheila Hamp did not hold a formal press conference, but instead sent a direct message to season ticket holders, and right from the opening lines, she acknowledged what every fan felt. The on-field results were not good enough. But pay close attention now, because the most impactful part of her message requires careful interpretation. Sheila was clear in saying that she does not believe this is the time for drastic changes. Yes, you heard that right. No immediate overhaul, no tearing everything down. According to her, this is a moment for realignment, evolution, and fine-tuning. Before we get into all the details of this update, news that could define the next several years of the Detroit Lions, I need to ask you something important. Hit the like button right now because it helps the channel reach more Lions fans. And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe now so you don't miss any urgent updates like this. Make sure notifications are on because the coming weeks are going to be massive. Now let's continue, because this story gets even more interesting later on, and I promise it's worth staying until the end. In the same message, Sheila Hamp made a point of reminding fans where this team was just a short time ago, and that was no coincidence. She highlighted the 36 wins over the past 3 seasons, including the historic 15-win regular season last year, making it clear that this success did not happen by accident. At the same time, she was brutally honest in saying that past success guarantees nothing in the future, and that it's on the organization to continue growing toward the ultimate goal, bringing a championship to the city of Detroit. And here's a detail many people might have missed, but it's absolutely critical. Sheila stated that she is in direct conversations with Rod Wood, Brad Holmes, and Dan Campbell, and that everyone is aligned with the same vision. In other words, at least publicly, there is no internal fracture. Meetings have already begun to define the next steps, and according to her, 2026 will bring new developments that should excite the fan base. And now, I want to hear from you. Before we move forward, drop a comment. Do you agree with the idea of avoiding drastic changes, or do you believe this roster needs a bigger shakeup? This interaction matters because it shows what the fan base truly thinks. Hold on to that thought, because shortly we're going to connect this message from ownership to real, practical decisions already being discussed behind the scenes, and those decisions involve key names on the current roster. Speaking of the front office, General Manager Brad Holmes reinforced this same philosophy during his end-of-season press conference, and this is where things become even clearer. Holmes said he does not believe the Detroit Lions are that far away from competing for a Super Bowl. According to him, the team has plenty of good players, young talent on the rise, a very good quarterback, and the right head coach. But pay close attention to the most important part of his statement, because this is where many people get it wrong. Holmes suggested that one of the issues may be constantly believing the team is just one piece away, and because of that, making changes to things that don't actually need to be changed. That comment is powerful because it shows a rare level of self-awareness inside the NFL. And this connects directly to one of the most delicate decisions the Lions will face moving forward, the future of the offensive line, specifically the development of Giovanni Manu. Not many people are talking about him, but he could become a key piece very soon. If you think that's a minor detail, stay with me, because this part of the story could have a major impact on the offense in 2026. Giovanni Manu is entering his 3rd year in the league as a major question mark. A 5th-round pick, he was always viewed as a long-term project, someone who would need time to fully develop. Unfortunately, injuries severely slowed his progress, especially last season when a knee injury sidelined him from practice starting in Week 5 and essentially removed him from the picture. He only returned to practice during the final weeks and was never activated for a game. Brad Holmes was asked directly how ready he believes Manu is to compete for a significant role, especially with Taylor Decker potentially considering retirement after 10 years. His response was extremely cautious. Holmes acknowledged that Manu has taken important steps, but made it clear he cannot say with certainty that he is ready to be a foundational player. Everything will depend on training camp and the preseason. Manu will have to earn his spot, beat out the competition, and prove on the field that he belongs. Dan Campbell echoed this sentiment, saying Manu needs real reps against the starting defense, against players like Aiden Hutchinson, to truly develop. And now I want to ask you, would you trust Manu as a potential replacement for Decker, or do you think the Lions need to look outside the organization? Drop your opinion in the comments, because this debate is only going to grow in the coming months. To wrap it all up, everything points to one clear but tension-filled conclusion. The Detroit Lions are betting on continuity, internal development, and targeted adjustments, not drastic changes. Sheila Hamp, Brad Holmes, and Dan Campbell are aligned in this approach, but 2026 will be the ultimate proving ground. Either this plan delivers results on the field, or the pressure for major changes will become impossible to ignore. If you made it all the way to the end, comment "Go Lions" so I know who stayed until the final second. And don't forget, share this news in your WhatsApp groups and with your friends who are Lions fans, because everyone needs to understand what's happening right now in Detroit. Your support helps the channel grow and allows us to keep bringing you urgent updates like this. See you in the next video.